Yeah.
Hello, friends and foes. We're live. These are reading sprints. I have with me Leah from Where in the World is Leah Jane? Say hi, Leah.
Oh, hi.
Awesome. So these are sprints kind of associated with the vaLITines readathon that I'm hosting, but also just like if you're around and you need to do some productivity things or writing, reading, crocheting. Which I almost brought my crochet stuff instead of reading, but I'm like, I need a break. My hands need a break. So we're doing that today. I hope everyone's enjoying the readathon so far. Let me know if you're here. Say something if you're here. Leah, do you want to say anything about your channel?
Oh, about my channel. Yes, that's normally what people do on these ones. Hi, I'm Leah. My channel is Where in the World is Leah Jane. I do, I don't know, kind of these atmospheric, half book reviews, half book diaries. A lot of my videos are just kind of me having an I think what Cait said, Cait once described my channel as existential coziness, and I feel like that pretty much covers it, really.
I'm biased, but I also think it's accurate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I think it fits. Like, I'm having thoughts. I'm having questions. Look at that tree. That's my channel.
If the crisis fits, where?
Right, exactly. And I just surround myself with nature just to soften it a little bit.
Yeah.
And like, how can my hometown change? Boy, I don't know, but that river sure is nice.
How does anything change? What is the meaning of change?
Right. What is a portal fantasy anyway? Good question. Let me climb a tree about it. That's my channel. That's it.
I love it. All right, let me say hi to everybody. Hello. Oh, this is a cool little
hey.
theme thingy. How's everyone doing? But I'm participating in Polarathon. Then you're not allowed. Just kidding. You find sprints really helpful. That's good. That's awesome. I think it's so great to be able to jump into sprints for random readathons because then you also kind of meet people that might not have been in the same circles and stuff like that. So that's cool. It's so cool. So cool. So
find out about new reading things happening around.
Yeah.
The book internet.
So Polarathon.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Who's hosting Polarathon? Is it my brain just blanked out. It just blanked. Jade? No. What is my brain? I'm very tired.
Yes.
Sasha. Is it Sasha? I don't know. I feel like I saw Sasha hosting.
Tell us more about it.
I would love to hear more. Jade Ray. Oh, Jade Ray. Okay, cool. Cool. I never know who's hosting things, and I like to know because I host things. Hosty people. But what are we reading? Leah, tell them what you're reading.
What am I reading? Good question. So I have two books. The first is Night Sky with Exit Wounds by Ocean Vuong. It's a book of poetry. And the second is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, which is, I think, does it have portals in it? Truthfully, I picked this book up because a book olive, I believe, recommended it. And also because I have a project that I'm working on, and this will fit into it.
So that's a possible portal fantasy?
I think so. Is it like, okay. Oh, no. I read Opens a Door, and my brain was like, it's a fantasy. It's a portal fantasy. But no, I think they're just opening a regular door. I'm so tired.
That's a portal.
The only thing that I remember about the description is that there's a mysterious book, and I think it's the last of the only copy of that book. Really, like, y'all shouldn't be listening to me describe what this is about because clearly I don't know. I'm just gonna read it, and we're gonna see what happens. I think it takes place around the time of the Spanish Civil War, but again, don't quote me on it because clearly I haven't read the back.
It could be anything.
It could be anything. It's red. It says shadow. It says wind on the front. It's apparently scary, erotic, touching, tragic, and thrilling. So that's a lot of emotions.
And new in
town. So that's it. Yes, and Ocean Vuong's poetry, which I've heard a lot of good things about. So
awesome.
yes. Oh, someone's reading Circe. It's one of my
yes. Circe was so good. Oh,
Madeline
it
Miller.
felt like mythology. Like,
yeah.
Reading The Maze Runner. I have not read The Maze Runner, but it seems fun. I've seen part of. That was a movie, right?
There was a movie
with Dylan O'Brien.
Yes, I always mix it up with Logan Lerman. Is it Lerman? Is that how you say it? Lerman?
I thought it was Learman.
Learman? I think you're probably right.
I only know Dylan O'Brien? Yeah, because I watched him when he was on YouTube. When he was just a YouTuber, I watched him all the time.
YouTube?
Yes, I was obsessed with him. What was this? The Ambassador's Mission by Trudy Canavan.
I've never heard of this book. Please tell me about it. What's it about? Are you liking it?
Sounds spyish.
I could see that. Or it could also be like one of those like drama, like with life, you know, where they're like, I'm going to do important things. Oh,
that's true. That's true.
Articulate.
You're sleep deprived. New Sun's original speculative fiction by people of color. Ooh, okay. So is it?
Ooh, a short story every day. I love that.
Ooh, so it's like a compilation?
Yeah, an anthology.
Anthology. I always forget that word and I always end up saying compilation.
It's basically the same thing, same meaning. Doctor Who, Bar of Time. Is that like a spin-off sort of like within the like the universe?
Yeah, because isn't it like a series, I think?
Is it a series? I don't know.
I think that there's like a series of books and there's like one for each.
Of Doctor Who?
I think.
For each variation of the Doctor. I feel like any major franchise inevitably ends up with like a book series spin-off.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Yes, I agree. With Circe is like it is really good to see things from a different perspective.
Well, hello, Danielle. It's good to have you. It's not a dumb question at all. The readathon I'm hosting is Read vaLITines, or BookWeb vaLITines, and it's just a month-long readathon all about love of reading and love of the online book community. And there's like challenges on YouTube, and there's blog challenges, Instagram. There's new TikTok challenges, and there's Twitter sprints, and all that good stuff. And there's a bingo board, and there's a couple of little events that we have too. But it's fun. It's a fun little readathon. So, but we're glad you joined us for the sprints. Let's see, Amber says, I want to read Circe. You should. Just do it. Just do it.
Recommend.
Yes. Definitely brings a different perspective. Let's see. Enjoy the View by Sarah Morgenthaler. When I Got Your Nerve. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that one. Every time I think of The View, I think of the talk show.
Same, unfortunately.
The Doctor Who book is basically like a bonus episode. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's really cool. We have like all the Star Wars books. So before the new movies came out. I'm bitter about it.
Oh my god. Sorry, I was just looking at the Ambassador's Mission sounds so good. It sounds so good. Magicians in another country, different, like, as someone who like studied in part like international law and like political science and stuff, I'm always really, I remember at the time, like I think maybe it was The Economist, mixed feelings on these magazines overall, but they took some of the major fantasies of the time and they were like, what would happen if we tried to think about what the international norms of these fantasy worlds would look like based on the book, like if we extrapolate. So someone was like, what if we just put that in the book, which is very me. I love it. Sounds so cool. I hope you like it, Alana.
See, I'm probably not the best at explaining it. Yes, you are. You explained it great.
I thought you
and also like I love hearing people's explanation of book plots because I feel like it's never quite the same as like what synopsis says because it's like someone's interpretation. So I think that's awesome. Currently reading Beyond Scandal and Desire. Ooh.
Sounds. Wait, it's emotionally heavy. Oh no.
She said she need, wait. So they need a break from an emotionally heavy book.
Oh, I needed to put down. Okay. Ooh.
That sounds like a good palate cleanser.
Yeah.
We don't know her.
Because the title, I was like, oh, this sounds like a romance. Is it? I don't know.
It sounds romancy.
It does.
All right. I'm getting my like timer lined up. I didn't say what I'm reading. I'm reading Ray Bear by Jordan Afueco. I've been like off and on reading this for like weeks, but I'm trying to like actually just sit down and read it because I've kind of gotten in a little bit of a slump. So I'm reading that. And then if I get like where I need a break from it, I'm going to jump into Black Sun. But if I don't, then I'm just going to save this for after I'm done with Ray Bear. But these are very like complimentary. Like
they are the colors like with the gold and a little bit of the black. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Huh. They're nice. All right, so that's what I'm reading. It's really good so far. It's very interesting. I don't know how to describe it yet because I'm just not very far in, but I like it. It's got a lot of different mythological creatures that aren't in like the mythology I usually read, but they're like parallel with some of the mythology that I read, kind of. So it's interesting.
Do you mean like there are some like you're able to see some similarities or?
Yeah, so like when I like my writing project, the species that I base some of my like characters on are called different things in so many different cultures. And so like I've seen like one of the creatures in here is described like using the name that was from a certain place. If that makes any sense. Like fairy type creatures. There's one of the names for them are in here from a different place. So it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's a romance. It's historical romance. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, you just finished listening to Ray Bear. Yay. Okay. I will have to listen to the audiobook if I don't like if I have a hard time getting to this too much, like physically reading it. I might have to get into the audiobook because honestly, some books are just really good as audiobooks.
It's true. The City We Became, the audiobook was so good.
Oh my gosh, yes, the effects and stuff on it. I just listened to a dramatized, is it the right? Yeah, dramatized audiobook. I'm reading the Legends of the First Empire series, so it's like Age of Myth, Age of whatever, Age of something else. And I just listened to a dramatized version, which is the first time I've done that, and it was so good. So now I'm just like craving those. I love them.
Yes, Neil Gaiman's work. A lot of Neil Gaiman's work has been turned into like radio plays and that sort of thing. I wish more books got that treatment because I think it really can add something to it, to the experience, so to speak.
I was gonna pull your comment up because I thought it was that was you.
That was me. Yes,
that was you. Yeah. Clap when you land. That's another Elizabeth Acevedo, isn't it?
Yes. Wait, that sounds like, I think you might be right. But I'm so glad that they finished typing because when they first typed clap, I got this close to just clapping. I was like,
yeah, I was about to do that too, and I was like, yeah, no, I like listening to her books because she reads them. Like when books are written in verse, I like to listen to them read them. Usually a fantasy reader, but contemporary romances are starting to be my reading slump go-tos. Oh.
Yeah, I'm the same. Romance is my reading slump go-to often. It's like, it's fast. I know how it's going to end. It's like not emotionally taxing, like you said. Typically, some of them, they're like, it's not enough. You don't want soft romance, do you? If one of the leads isn't about to get murdered every second, I don't want it. There's one author in particular who does that all the time. I'm like, calm down. Jeez.
I don't want my readers to be happy.
Yes.
I was trying to think of what I read when I'm in a slump. What does everybody in here read when you're in a slump? Because I need some ideas. I oftentimes can't even really get into comic books when I'm in a slump.
Really?
So, yeah, I usually just use audiobooks if I'm in a slump, but I haven't found like a specific genre that I don't know, that does it for me when I'm like that. So
Makes it harder to get out of it in a way. Like there's not a surefire go-to thing that you can reread old favorites. That's a good
that is
tip.
what I've like tried. The beginning of this year, I reread my favorite book, and
ooh, what was it?
I
Wait, I know what it is. Why did I say that?
It was Kindness of Magicians. I got really emotional because there's like when you reread it, you find aspects of it that like you didn't realize that you might have connected with, like the idea of in that one, the idea of grieving for something that's not like a person was like an idea that was in there that I didn't notice before, and so that was something that I connected with. So
yeah,
it's cool.
I think there's a lot of value in rereading books that you like for that reason.
See, I read romance or just take a break. Taking a break is a good idea when you're in a slump.
Sensible.
Rereading old favorites. Fast-paced sci-fi or easy reading YA. Okay. Romance. Fun YA or romance.
Fast-paced sci-fi. Ooh. I feel like I usually hear like a break, reread, or romance. I don't often hear people say that they're reading fast-paced sci-fi. Love to hear more. Like, what do you recommend? Like, if I'm in a slump, what sci-fi book should I pick up? Also, if you didn't answer sci-fi and you have an answer, you're like, this is the perfect slump book. This is the slump panacea. Please tell us. Because actually, I'm secretly reading 8 books at once right now because I'm also a bit slumpy.
I'm reading 1, 2, 3, 4. I cut it down because I was reading way too many. So, it's romance, fast-paced sci-fi. Did I miss it? Yeah, I'm reading An Unkindness of Ghosts.
Oh yeah, River Solomon.
Yeah, and Ray Bear and Age of whatever the last one is, Empire, and something else. But I can't remember. Oh yeah, Gardens of the Moon. Gardens of the Moon.
Let me smell the lovely flowers. I'm not a lyricist. But everyone watching this got treated to it. I hope you enjoyed my...
I don't think there's any flowers in Gardens of the Moon. Mostly just death and necromancy.
Oh, no.
Mostly carnage. It's
cool. I just went the opposite direction and I sprinted that way.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I would too. I was in a slump. You reread your favorite childhood book. Okay, I'm thinking about doing that soon with my Alex Rider series and also Chronicles of Narnia. I just bought like a box set of them. I'm about to reread some of them. What's your favorite childhood book? And Kindness of Ghosts is really good because my friend keeps trying to get me to read it, and I loved The Deep. Let's see, Ali Finkel's Rules for Girls. I've heard of that.
It's kind of a catchy title. I love that. I don't know if it's like intended for middle grade or younger, but I really gotta give it to like middle grade authors. They come up with such catchy names.
Yeah, I think it's because they don't have to be like all serious.
Yeah, there's some freedom there, and the whimsy is so great. Everything's all great. Oh yeah,
love me some whimsy. What does this say? J. Kristoff, Aurora Rising. I don't have my bookshelf for me. I can't think. I understand being put on the spot. Like I forget every book that I've ever read. Someone puts me on the spot. Let's see, Becky Chambers sci-fi books. Although they're character-driven rather than the plot, but they're so relaxing and wholesome to me. Interesting. Wait, what did I read by Becky Chambers? Is that Small Angry?
Yeah,
Small Angry Planet.
Yeah.
I loved that book.
You're like everyone. I actually one of my next door neighbors really loves books, which is great, and she every time we meet up, we'll be walking our dogs in the park, and she'll be like, "Did you read Becky Chambers yet?" And I'll be like, "No."
Why?
Read it. Because no reason. I have to get it. The TBR is so long, and my brain is so small and like a sieve. I am trying. But every time someone says it to me, I really do need to read it.
My favorite thing about it is that like everybody just accepts each other, and like, on Earth as humans that we have all these different cultures and all these different things, but like in this one, it's like they have even more things that they could easily have prejudice against each other with, like completely being different, body parts and species and everything like that. And so it's just, I think that's cool. That's what I like about it personally.
Yeah, I think that's the best part of sci-fi is imagining these futures, or reminding us that that sort of reality in some ways is really reachable.
I haven't. The Calculating Stars, is that the one about the
it's an alternate history where basically I can't remember what, I think it's like bombs or something like that just wipes out a bunch of people, and so they're forced to recruit women astronauts essentially. So it's like, what would have happened? Like basically Mary Robinette Kowal was asking what would have caused this to happen, and what would the experience be like. I remember really loving that book. Also, I took a picture of her book. This is I feel like if you're in the book community for a while, everyone has this small claim to thing that probably doesn't really matter, but you're so pleased about. So I took a picture of the book, and Mary Robinette Kowal commented. She's like, I usually don't try to comment on reviews and things like that because I know it makes people uncomfortable, but I just had to tell you this picture is so beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, I love you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It was so
that's
nice.
So sweet, though.
It was so nice. And that was a big, she has probably totally forgotten about it, but I still remember.
I remember forever.
I remember. But do we want to, speaking of,
let's start.
We read?
Start reading. We should start reading. But first, really quick, Shannon McGuire's novellas are pretty good. I just got that series, the Wayward Children. I just got the 1 through the 5 books. I know the 6th one's coming out soon or something. I just got those 5, and I'm excited to read those. More recommendations for A Small Angry Planet. Awesome.
Maybe if the more people say it, the less likely it'll fall out of my brain that has so many holes.
It's just reinforcement.
Yes.
A sponge also has holes, but it holds on to things.
Oh, I love your faith in me. So nice.
I love you. All right, let's try. I too dig Shannon McGuire. I just finally read Middle Game and I'm obsessed. And then I read Over the Woodward Wall and I'm obsessed. Okay, let's read. Want to just do a 15-minute, since our attention span's obviously not there today.
Yeah, let's do
a nice 15. Let me pull it up here, and I'm gonna remember how this works today. I am determined to remember how this works. Oh, nope. Yes. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, look at that. Exciting.
Love the glitter.
We have someone that's taking part in the Blackathon readathon. Awesome. It's a great readathon. It's an amazing readathon. Let's do this thing. We're gonna start with 15 minutes. I'm gonna turn my mic off and I'm gonna play some music for myself. Ooh. And let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. All right, let's go.
To defeat the slump.
Oh, like it. I always try to return like really quietly and it doesn't work.
I think you were pretty quiet.
Like, hello.
Hi, everybody. Oh, I wasn't quiet at all.
So Steph joined, so this is her first time doing sprints.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Sprints are chill. Just hang out and read. So how did everybody do with their sprints? How much did everybody get read? I don't even know how much I got read. I didn't get as much read as I thought I would, but I tried. Yeah, I only read like 12 pages, but I read. It's so noisy outside.
I read a few poems, I think several. I'm really new to poetry. Like, I haven't read a lot of it. So it's sometimes, I guess poems are also designed to be read multiple times, but I have to read it a few times before I really get it. I remember going to the bookstore and saying, like, at first they tried to recommend me a bunch of fantasy, but I'd read it all. And so I was like, I'd like to try poetry. I've only, I've read some Mary Oliver and some others, but not a lot. I really like Mary Oliver. And he said, oh, you should read Night Sky with Exit Wounds. It's a lot like Mary Oliver. But this book is very dark. So much darker than I expected.
I like that kind of stuff.
So, yeah.
Let's see. I said 58 pages until the end. Got 11 pages. Walked my dog and got snacks. Very important, though. Both of those things.
A+.
5%, 14 pages, 31 pages. Nice. Wish I could read that fast. 5%. Listen to audiobook. It's all good. 5 pages. Hey, that's more than 0 pages. Let's see.
True. Also, that always someone's always there to distract you, even in the middle of a pandemic. Someone can distract you from reading.
There's always. Oh, my foot got stuck on something. Oops. I thought I broke my desk, but my little foot brace like scraped along something.
A cat crawling all over me. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a problem to me.
Everyone's getting interrupted.
It's okay. It happens.
It's true.
So, how is everybody liking their current reads? Talked about what you're reading, but how's everybody liking it so far? Or do you have any like star predictions? I feel like this is going to be 5 stars once I get like into it, but it's just because there's a lot of world. I have to absorb all that first, But these people are really mean to the main character, and I want to fight all of them.
Ugh.
I don't like people that are mean to the main character.
Hopefully main character is victorious in the end. I assume they will be.
That's what I hope.
Yeah.
I just managed to join because I got interrupted by other books. That's not a problem. It's a good thing.
So often.
You think yours is going to be a 4-star? Sounds good. Okay.
Oh.
So you feel about Legendborn. Okay.
Like there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of like all the secret society stuff, the explanation of all the different Arthurian things that goes with it.
Yeah, this one's just got a lot of, when you read fantasy and there's just a lot of words for a lot of different things and you have to learn what all the words mean. It's like, that's a lot of stuff. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, high fantasy. A lot of that in high fantasy.
See, their book is... Yes, everyone's so mean. So they're like that in Legendborn too.
True.
Oh, the book is Don't Read the Comments. Interesting.
Oh, who's that by? Is it Eric? Is that right? Eric Smith. Okay. I've also heard about that. I'm glad to see that you're rating it so highly.
Ray Bear is amazing. I'm really getting into my own book now. Good. Okay. Master of One is interesting so far, but I've only just started it, so I don't know how much I'm going to getting a grip of the world. Yeah, it's always hard to tell at the beginning. When you're first getting into a book, how you're going to actually grasp it, because at first, especially like in like fantasy, there's so much being thrown at you that you have to like take stock of what have we learned so far. Let's see. A rogue of one's I can't say. I have a hard time with too many R's. A rogue of one's own. There we go. I couldn't say it twice. Well,
That sounds like peak historical romance, A Rogue of One's Own.
That one?
Yeah. It sounds like
I have a hard time with too many R's in one place. I can't.
There a lot.
Let's see.
Ooh.
The View, 5-star. Okay.
Oh, great. Who wrote Enjoy the View?
Oh, I read that title wrong. I thought it was just The View earlier. So it's Enjoy the View.
Yeah.
Some Morgenthaler. Sarah Morgenthaler. A bit slow to start to get the plot going, but I think it's to set up the rest of the series, maybe like a 3 or 4 stars. Ooh, explosive cliffhanger ending.
Yeah.
I would love to see if you're right.
With series, I feel like that happens so often. The first book is just really introductory.
Yeah, it's like, here's everything. This
here's
will be your guide.
Here's what everyone's life is like right now. Would be a shame if something bad happened near the end. Uh-oh.
Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Angst.
Very much the Bear and the Nightingale. The first one is like, some stuff is starting to happen. Boy, it's really happening.
Oh yeah, that is a series. I have that.
Mm-hmm. It's part of a trilogy.
You told me. Were you the one that told me that I would like that? Someone told me that I would like that.
I could have told you that. I loved it personally, so.
Yeah. I have a hard time like getting to all the books that I want. There's just too many. There's too many that I want to read in the world.
Yes, so many. Not enough time. Also, side note, some of you may have noticed I'm eating, so if that's bothering anyone, just let me know and I'll, I don't know, during the sprints, I'll like step away or something and eat off camera.
In the meantime, I'm over here like popping pizza rolls during the sprints, it's fine. I'm out of pizza rolls now, which is also fine, I suppose. So want to try for another sprint?
Yes, please.
Should we do a 15 or 20 or?
Can we go for 20?
Let's do 20.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. Let me find a good 20-minute sprint timer thingy. 20-minute. I like the ones that are like cool looking. I don't know.
Nice to look
weird
at.
Pattern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't want it to be like those like red alarm clocks. It makes you feel like you're late for school or something.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Mm-hmm.
Them stress me out. Ooh, here's one. Here's a good one. Hopefully. Pause yourself. Thank you. Bam. Bam. I have to do sound effects as I click buttons. Oh, this person's listening to The Bear and the Nightingale.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, what?
Nope, go ahead.
I was just going to see what you were saying.
Oh, I reading the comment. I can reply in the comments, though, if others want to get started. I don't want to take up all the time with all of my rambling.
All the rambles.
All the rambling.
Rambles.
Yes.
All right. Yes, blue. We have jellyfish in this one. All right. Let's get started. I'm going to mute my mic. Let's get going. Hello. Welcome back. This is the Late Night Podcast.
Into reading sprints of ASMR.
How much did everybody read? Who joined us while we were gone? Julie! Hello. Let's see. Princess! Leo? Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Snazzy Moose. Finished. Oh, what? I keep forgetting what book everyone's reading.
Same.
Which book were you reading?
Also, it's the first finish of the sprints day.
Yes.
Okay.
You said you were listening to an audiobook, right? Snazzy Moose. Let's see. You're on a work call. Boo.
Yeah. Work
Work
always
sounds
cuts
fun.
into your reading time.
Okay. Started a web comic. You regret nothing. Good. Doing research. Oh, yeah. Well, at least you got work done. That's great. That's great.
Mm.
Hello. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute.
Watching.
Let's see. 15 pages. Oh, when no one was watching, that's what it was. Okay. Frost Heart. 21 pages. Nice. 10 pages. Oh, it's a cute rom-com. That's fun.
That one was Enjoy the View.
Oh, yeah. And 40 pages.
We're listening.
Oh. We are listening always.
Let's hear it.
Oh, no. I lost my page.
Wait, how are you? Like, how far did you get? Are you still reading Raybearer?
I am, but then I lost my page.
Oh.
Well, I think I read 16 pages. I think I
respectable.
did. I like it even more. It looks like there's going to be a found family situation.
Ooh,
I hope.
one of
It's
the
my
best
jam.
if you can do it right.
I am loving it so far. I'm loving Raybearer. It was taking me a minute to like grasp things because my brain is like mushy, but now that I'm getting more of the world, like the magic and the powers and stuff, and like the council thing that's happening, I'm liking it more now that I'm grasping some things. Wait. Current short story is starting off slow, but it's about to get interesting. Ooh, you found a new booktuber. I can't mouth today. Found a new booktuber.
I want to hear it.
Tell us. We can share links to the new people. I can't speak. Wow. I almost said new people. You gave Raybearer 5 stars. Ooh.
Just the history of that world. Okay, so it sounds like actually a lot of the lore and the history and stuff is throughout the. That's great. It's great because I feel like there's been a lot of. Maybe it's just the fantasy that I've been reading lately has been like contemporary fantasy or secondary. I feel like it's when you find a really good high fantasy book with like an original world and like in-depth history. It's like fun to find that.
I've been all up in that right now because that series I'm reading, the Legends of the First Empire.
Mm-hmm.
It was like huge. The whole like last book was spent like in like I don't even know, like after death. Like
whoa.
So
Okay.
it was very weird. Very interesting.
The last book that I finished was Piranesi by
Oh, is that how you pronounce that?
She wrote, yeah, because it's based after this like Italian architect who would often do these like complex, surreal pieces of architecture. And some people refer to them as like prisons. And it makes sense for the book because
okay.
there's this other world where like people like some of the effects of being in the, you know what, I don't know if I should tell you because I went into it not knowing anything and you kind of figure it out as you go.
Okay.
Really,
I do have it on my shelf.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's very slow paced, like some sparse on the details. It's very introspective, and I think it actually makes a lot of sense. Something that I didn't know about the author was, when she wrote, shortly after she wrote Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, she was diagnosed with, I think like a chronic fatigue or something along those lines. Don't quote me on it. But basically, she had to deal with chronic pain and all sorts of things, and she found it really hard to focus. And she spent all of these years really frustrated because she kept trying to write a sequel, but like the kind of complex fantasy just wasn't working for her. So in some ways, if you read it, it's kind of like I think there's some reflection on kind of how she came to, I guess, accept the diagnosis or like adjust the reality and find like peace.
Yeah.
And it's really like with that added context, I think it makes it even. Well, I'm also one of those people who like I always prefer to know what the author was thinking as they wrote the book. I'm always very interested and invested in
You want
that.
to know like their state of mind and everything.
Yeah, I want to like, what were you thinking when you wrote this? I'm always very curious. Like I try to make my own opinion beforehand, but I always want to know like
It gives
what.
you context, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there are other things that you can pick up on, and it can also change your perspective or make you appreciate it more. Like there are definitely books that I finished and I've been kind of like about, and then I read interviews with the authors and I'm like, well, this still wasn't quite for me, but I so appreciate what you were trying to do.
Yeah. Princess says that the person she found is a trans woman of color who was a book talker. Book talker, yes. I never said that out loud before. Book talker. But now she's on BookTube now. I would love a link if you have a link, or if you have the channel name and I can search it and post a link.
Yeah, post
I shall do so. And on the third story. Ooh, historical peace treaty depicted in a mural from Southeast Asia. Interesting. I'm sure no interpreters in history have ever altered the facts. I'm sure that never happens in reality. Nope. Nope. I was gonna make a joke about something. Decided to not do that. Anyway.
You'd have plenty of examples to choose from.
Yeah. So many examples. Let's see what time we got here. If y'all were up for it, we could do a quick 10-minute sprint before we head out because we were only gonna be here until like 7:30. So if y'all are up for it, I'm up for it. Are you up for it, Leah? 10-minute? Yeah. Okay, let's do another. My nose is so stuffy. Let's try this nice little timer here. Once I've opened the thing, just give us a little short one just before we go. I don't know. I like to mix it up between longer and shorter sprints. I know we didn't do any really long ones here, but I like mixing
on our toes.
Yeah.
We'll still add to up to like 40 minutes. Oh my god, midnight. You're staying up so late.
Go to sleep. Just kidding. Stay up with us and then go to sleep. All right. Let's do this 2-minute sprint. I'm gonna mute. Oh, I need to add the thing to the thing. Oh no. Oh, I know what I did wrong here. I will fix that. There's a nice marimba solo on there. Ignore that. All right. So I paused you. Why didn't you pause? All right, let's get started. Hello again. Leah, I want your blanket. It looks cozy.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm legitimately upset that I've run out of... I can't ever say that author's name.
Michael Crichton.
Crichton. I always say it wrong. Is that Matt? I can't tell from the picture. 1,000 Ships, which is an Iliad retelling from all the women's perspectives. And there's even Calliope chapters, and honestly, I'm living with how done she is. I named a character after her one time.
Oh, really?
Back in the day. And she had like music magic. Ooh. And it was cool when she liked to dance. Except for I always said it wrong in my head.
For young Cait. How did you say it? Calliope? Is that how you said it?
Calliope.
Calliope.
In my head, that's always how I said it, even though I know it's not pronounced that way.
Yeah.
Calliope. Let's see. Ooh. Calliope has sold me, though. I might have to look into that. 1,000 Ships. Hi. Get sleep. Sleep is good for you, apparently.
For you. I have been told.
I've heard tales of the sleep. Let's see. Okay, good. That was the right link. Okay. I tried to find it. I don't know if it comes across as a link or not when I post it. So, oh, it does. Okay. I had to check it. Cool.
Yeah. Poor princess on all the work calls. Ooh.
Yeah, that's not fun at all. I'm a little...
Back-to-back things. Mm-mm.
I've been off all week, so I've been like... It's been nice to not have to work, but it sucks because I can't walk around because my foot's in a brace. So I'm just hanging out in one place. It took me like way too long to get up the stairs because that's where this room is. Let's see. Feminist Iliad retelling. Oh, okay. I might have to check that one out. What's it called? 1,000 Ships. 1,000 Ships. Okay. So I read this when I saw this comment. I read it wrong for some reason. I read I have to feed my caste, like social.
No.
And I was like,
that reminds me of like when I learned that like the Russian I think it was Russian, but maybe aristocracy in a different place as well. They used to just have like hermits that would be like part of their serfs. They would just, and like the whole goal was like all the rich people would gather around and be like, look at that simple lifestyle. Like they just had to live in like a tiny house or hut in the garden and just be quiet and look naturey. And I was like, this is so like,
it's like a zoo.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. It's like one of those things, sometimes you learn just like a small thing in history like that. And it's like, if you had asked me to think about like what this would look like, you would have not, like, I would have never guessed that there were like serf hermits. Like their whole thing was just sermits being magical wood people for the rich ones to gawk at. It's so weird.
That is really weird. I mean, being a hermit sounds cool, but like, I feel like being a performative hermit would be not cool. I feel like it would take all the hermit fun out of it.
It would. Like, what's the joy? Where's the joy in that? Like, if I want to be a hermit, it's going to be on my own terms.
Could be a legit hermit.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering, like, I'm trying to find links for it, and now I'm wondering, like, what if I like made that up or something?
Ooh, Princess had a big interview yesterday. I didn't see that. That's awesome. Did it go well?
Oh, okay. Also, yes, tell us about the interview. But also, I looked up the garden hermits. It is or ornamental hermits, were hermits encouraged to live in purpose-built hermitages on the estate of wealthy landowners, primarily during the 18th century. That's way too... God, they just really... Why do people...
Why do people need... So we don't know how the interview went yet. Can't talk about it yet. Secrets. Okay.
It became popular in the UK. Of course, it was the UK. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm paying attention. I'm so sorry. I have not had a lot of sleep.
Let's see. Amber had a walking boot once. Okay. Yeah, no, I decided to try and undecorate because we still have some decorations up. And the tub is so big that I didn't see there was an extra step, and I like missed it and sprained my foot. So I've hurt my ankles numerous, like countless times. Matt's in this chat right now. He guess it was loaded. He was there when the car ran over the foot that got sprained. That was a fun time. I've had bad luck with my feet.
Cool.
But Matt said, I had no idea you had a channel until the other day, but your videos are great. Thank you.
Wait, me? I'm the ginger friends? Is my hair ginger?
No.
Oh, this is your ginger friends. Never mind.
Wait,
you're in DC? I'm in DC. This is why I got confused. In parentheses. Okay. I understand parentheticals.
Yes.
I was like, wait.
My hair is not ginger.
Yeah,
this is my friend.
Hi.
He's rad. But I guess it's about time to go. I hope everybody got some reading done, though. I got some reading done, finally. It was about freaking time I got some reading done. But yeah, I'm going to probably do some more reading sprints tomorrow with some other folks. Leah's also free to join, should she wish. But yeah, I'm going to have some more reading sprints tomorrow. I'm not really sure what time. It might be around the same time. Might be a little bit earlier. I might do it twice. I don't know. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow, so.
Next time I might even show up having slept some.
Ooh, spicy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Will you?
Yeah. Thanks for everyone for joining. We hope you had a good time.
I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody got lots read. I hope if you're doing the readathon, I hope you're enjoying the readathon and all that good stuff. Keep an eye out on the main, the pinned thread on the vaLITines Twitter has all like the challenges as they're posted. I'm gonna put them on there and stuff. So if anyone wants to do the video challenges or the blog challenges, Instagram, TikTok, whatever challenges, then they'll be on there too. So thanks for coming, everybody. And like this thing if you want. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to let out the breath you didn't know you were holding. Bye.